Hello. Today I'm going to be continuing my journey reviewing the Negaduck series with issue number 5. It is written by Jeff Parker, with the penciling being done by Cyril Cangelosi, the inking being done by Stefano Porco, and the coloring being done by Francesca Dramis, Francesca Vivaldi, and Agnes Eterno. With the cover I have being done by Jay Lee. So far the Negaduck series has been pretty good, so we'll see if it can keep up the quality. It starts off in a big action sequence. Negaduck is escaping on a bobsled, as he's just stolen the Asmar crown from the kingdom of Tadstonia, which is a nice nod to Darkwing Duck's creator, Tad Stones. Just as Negaduck had eluded the guards and was hang gliding to safety, the crown is stolen from him by a falcon. Unbeknownst to Negaduck, the falcon is actually working for somebody, and that they've been watching and observing him. After returning to his secret hideout, he starts to grumble to himself about how he was so close to succeeding but ended up failing. When the falcon from earlier shows up and drops a Zelbix dodecahedron, which is like an elaborate puzzle. It's basically a Rubik's Cube, which Negaduck solves rather quickly, which then shines symbols on the wall, which then he has to decode, which sets him off on a journey to get to the bottom of this mystery. And after a rapid-fire series of mini adventures, he ends up on an island, where he falls into a hole and ends up being confronted by a giant monster, where we get this really nice double-page spread. Negaduck first thinks that Darkwing's behind this, but we see very quickly that Darkwing's off having a vacation with Launchpad and Goslin, and has nothing to do with this. Just when Negaduck thinks he's doomed, it actually turns out that the monster is not going to hurt him, and ends up delivering him to the people who've been secretly watching him this whole time. Where we find out that 3 shadowy figures plan on recruiting Negaduck to their evil organization, and that's where the comic ends. And now for my thoughts. I'd say that this is a pretty fun comic, and it's a good kickoff for the Invitation storyline, which is also the name of this comic. There's some really nice art. It seems now that we actually have a direction that we're going in for the story. It works as a continuation of the previous comics, but also it's a good jumping on point for newcomers. While the action is well drawn and exciting, it definitely would have helped to add a little bit more slapstick or visual gags to make it feel a bit more like Darkwing, as well as a little bit more wordplay. So far, it's light years better than what the Darkwing Duck comic was, and it is better than Justice Ducks, even though that comic is starting to catch up a bit. So hopefully they can keep up the good quality. I am hopeful for the future of not just the Negaduck book, but also the Justice Ducks book. And also hoping that the upcoming Darkwing Duck vintage comic collection books that are going to be coming out later on this year will at least convince Dynamite to not give up on the Darkwing license yet. And if anyone from Dynamite sees this and will be interested in doing some sort of interview, just contact me through the channel and we can maybe set something up. Well, I'd say I recommend people pick up this comic. Till next time, see ya.